Sweet.
You're now live.
Yeah, we are. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody, to the May meeting of the Nottawa Hall Board. Did everybody get a chance to have a look at the agenda?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah. We have a motion to approve. Oh, Calvin, seconded by Patrice. All in favor? I hope everybody. Yep, good. Passes. Disclosure of pecuniary interests, disqualifying interest in general nature thereof. Anybody getting money?
Well, I'm not getting money, but I'm going to buy the plants for the hall. So I guess I should state that, I guess.
Yeah, well, when you submit the receipts, then we'll
Okay, good enough.
deal with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Approval of the minutes. Did everybody get a chance to look at those?
I will put forward a motion to approve the minutes.
And I'm sure seconded by
Oh, yeah, okay.
Patrice. Yeah, awesome. All in favor? Everybody good. Business arriving from the minutes, in-person meetings. I'm not opposed to the Zoom, I'm not gonna lie to you, but if we all decide that this is what we want to do. Did council allow for us, Mayor Measures, for us to meet in person again and give us the option?
That is correct, actually. The objective would be that the meetings would continue to be streamed, but you can meet in person. If you plan to meet in person, you should really contact Sarah, Kayla, the clerk's office, whatever, so that they're fully aware that it would be an in-person meeting so that it can be duly noted on the agenda. But you have to follow the protocols, of course. You have to, social distance and wash your hands, and there may be some requirement to wear masks. So I would suggest that you consider those options.
Well, we do have the technology to stream those too if we wanted to. I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah. And actually, if you were to meet in person at the hall where Calvin is, at least Calvin is virtually, you have excellent Wi-Fi, so you would be able to do that.
For sure, we could. I guess we could wait for Councillor Deneen and Carrie for their input on this, but I like the Zoom better. It's not that I don't want to see all you people and then have a post-meeting meeting at the unofficial post-meeting meeting at the Dornoch, but I do like to see you all, but I also like this.
Well, and there is the price of gas.
There is the price of gas. You're right. And it's a lot of gas for Calvin to get on his motorcycle and ride over to the hall from his house. Rental report. Well, Adam's not here, and I did have a couple of things I wanted to talk to him about, but we can deal with that when we figure out who's going to take over for Adam. As you all know, he's decided to step down in his role, so I'll make sure that Kayla and the clerk know that, and that we will be removing him from the board.
Any responses to the post on Facebook?
I don't know. That's Carrie, and she's unavailable this week, so we'll.
Okay.
I just want to add, Councillor Deneen did mention it at the last council meeting. So you're aware, the Evening Hall Board went through a similar transition as well, where they have a volunteer booking agent who actually had been there over 30 years doing the Evening Hall bookings and has decided to step down for their own reasons, and they've appointed a new person. But in that discussion at the council meeting, Councillor Deneen mentioned that we would be advertising and looking for another person to join this board. So
sweet.
Good. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, she was forward thinking there, and we're grateful for it. Oh, there we are. Kayla must have something to say because she's appeared.
Yeah. We did receive Adam's resignation, and that's fine. I've put him sort of to my list of removals in the next set of amendments there. It seems to be an ongoing thing. If you'd like, we could pass a resolution that allows us to advertise on the board's behalf for that booking agent position.
I'd
Sounds
like
good.
to put forward a motion to have you advertise for a booking agent for the Nottawa Memorial Community Center and any other volunteers that would like to join the board to help out with other functions that we do.
I'll second that one again.
All in favor? Sorry, Jason.
Stand by. Do we, yeah, I guess, do we need more board members or do we need the right board members? I'm not sure. Patrice?
Well, you can always interview them and determine whether there's a fit.
Yeah, and then add.
If you don't want them, you
For
can
sure.
tell them how big the job is, and then
No,
they'll
it's
say
a
no.
tiny job. It's easy. We make it so simple that we've been through 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can support this. So, Kayla, did you get Calvin's? Yeah. Do you have it? Because I kind of lost a little bit of it.
But the Nottawa Hall Board hereby approve advertising for additional board members. Oh, I have booking agent and
And
additional
board members.
And
Okay.
just to add, you guys are in a very unique position because there's only a couple board meetings left until this term of council kind of comes to a close. So it's a really good opportunity for people who just kind of want to test the waters to come out and see what it's about and kind of get their feet wet.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, all in favor of Calvin's motion? I see that passes, so we will do that, and I'm sure Kayla will note that. Next up, I cannot see. Financial report, well, we have the bank statements attached. I actually wouldn't have minded talking to somebody who was at the event last week to see how things went, but it is under new business, so we'll skip ahead. We'll get to that.
Actually, to financial report.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen a profits and loss statement showing our fundraising for the previous scrap metal drive we did. The last one did
Like
not.
last year's?
Yes, it did not reflect the solar panel money coming in. So we looked like we lost a lot of money on the profits and loss statement from the previous meeting. And Carrie pointed out those were some of the things that were missing that
Okay.
needed to be reviewed. Kayla, did you get that message that we were looking for that stuff?
Yep, absolutely. And I put it through to the finance department. And I also followed up 2 additional times as well. So I will send another email tonight and I will CC yourself on that.
Thank you.
I'll thank you again this time when I'm not on mute.
Maintenance report, Calvin.
Not much to report to do with the maintenance report. Building is still there. It is still standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did find out for sure that we are able to lock the furnace room door. I believe there was some sort of safety check or fireman check in the building, and Phyllis, Councillor Deneen, took the opportunity to find out. The only thing we were told is we have to clear out away from the furnace and the electrical panel in that room. Pre-COVID, we were talking about a spring cleanup that just of that area that just kind of got put on hold because of social distancing and COVID.
I'm not opposed to
stuff like that.
To discussing offline the possibility of a cleanup.
Yep. No, I think we
can
should
do that.
definitely, as a board, organize a cleanup to get some stuff out of there that isn't needed and off
Yep.
to a proper disposal place.
For sure. Bob Curry and I were in the hall the other day, and he did see what we were trying to fix, and the other day, I guess it was a week or so ago, and he is on it. I suspect he's there this week, but I haven't been in a few days to see if he's actually made progress. But he is going to fix that, put a little cover over the exposed hoses.
And there was a discussion of some venting so that in the wintertime it's not in the like we're not turning that into outside space non-heated, so the pipes freeze. like
sorry.
some sort of air circulation on either side of whatever box. I did mention that when we first talked about doing this.
I'm not sure I mentioned that too. Matter of fact, I'm
Okay.
certain I didn't. Anyway, I will try to remember that. Even if we have to bore a couple holes in it.
We have to bore a couple holes and put a vent cover over with 4 screws. If that's what we have to do, that's fine.
Probably do the job.
Yep.
New business, beer and cider fest. I heard it was successful. I'm sorry I was out of the country, but I wasn't there, so I don't know. Can anybody give us a little update on how that went?
I thought it went really well. I don't know what the money ended up being. I think when we counted just before we shut down, it looked like around $2,500, but I haven't heard the final account.
On top of expenses, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's better than the last two, that's for sure.
I
Certainly,
think
I think changing the month and
Yes.
that it happens was a big part of that.
Yep.
Because we didn't get any more vendors than we normally do, but apparently we got the right ones.
Yeah.
So big thanks to all of those. I know Wasaga and Creemore, and I think Georgian Bay Spirits was there, and
Mhm.
I don't remember who else because obviously I didn't make it, but those ones. Oh, Ardell's was there. They're
And
always good to
Duntroon?
us. Duntroon is always good to us. Reinhardt's made it as well, I believe.
Yes, they did.
You sure did. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm sorry if I missed anybody because I truly wasn't there, so I don't.
With Saga, of course, they did
Oh,
a great job.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, they're amazing.
I bought some
Dave
of
was
those
great.
today.
Yeah.
As a thank you to our folks at Wasaga, I bought a couple. I usually make a point of purchasing anyone who attends that event throughout the year. You know, and the Georgian Bay Gin is always a good one at my house. So, the next is the Small House Festival, which we were thinking about the Lobster Fest. And I know Doug and I talked offline, and Calvin and I talked offline. I think we're running a little short of time to prepare that properly, and maybe we should rethink what we do. I think that given that it's probably about 3 weeks away from the event, it's just not enough time to put it all together.
For sure.
Thoughts?
Was
I
someone
agree
going to
completely.
check in? Was
Pardon me?
someone going to check into the kitchen party group as a possible entertainment?
It was discussed about that. Somebody was going to be speaking to, I think that's John Eaton,
Yeah.
to put that together. I'm not sure if that was Phyllis or Carrie, and I haven't heard back if they did. Either way. But I do agree with Jason. I do think we're really close to time to put this together. And it was pretty close to our successful beer and cider event that we just had. So maybe pushing this down the line to September, October might be a better idea to try to do something at that time frame where we can actually get some planning together, and whatnot.
Maybe it might be something we discussed. Originally we had an Apple theme, and we were trying to come up with Apple ideas. And maybe I'm not going to throw any ideas out there today. We can discuss it offline, but maybe we need to go back to that thinking.
Yeah, and I do like the idea of a fall Apple themed event around the hall for the community. It's about the community. It to me, it really works, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, so go back to something like that. But I do know with the small halls and the funding available, there is funding available if we had a food issue, a food event type thing, and there's funding for live entertainment type event.
Yeah,
So we would
we can
definitely
always-
like to take advantage of that.
I think that we could get John Eaton to play a couple Apple songs for us. Maybe Road Apples or something. You know.
Mhm. Yeah,
What
and
if
if not John Eaton, is
Someone else.
not Ottawa still playing?
Yeah.
I think that would be a great. I don't know who those guys are. I've never seen them play, but I think it would be a great band to have at the Nottawa Hall. Like I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, we've had them before, and You're right. It's something we can talk about for sure, but we can discuss that all offline.
What if we served apple pie and ice cream?
I'm
doesn't,
always in for that.
Yeah,
I will never say no to apple pie and ice cream.
yeah. I could see that getting people excited.
It's got me excited right now.
And I'm trying to think of the people that have the store down below Nottawa, down below Creemore, that I think they make apple pies, don't they? I don't know why the name won't come to me, but
Giffins?
You get a Giffen ups.
Giffins. Yes,
Giffens
I
make
think-
amazing apple pie. Yeah.
Yeah, would that be beautiful to use their apple pies?
And they're really good people, and I'm certain that if we asked them to help and get involved, they would probably help us out. They're really good people there. So
Super
I
duper.
also believe Babs and Castles also do apple pies.
Oh, okay.
We do have some. There is definitely a connection there as well. So
Mhm.
No,
again,
definitely, yeah.
I love the idea of going back to the Apple theme, but let's discuss it offline when we can get everybody involved.
Good idea.
You know, and
So I think the
Darn
point,
it gives
Jason,
us
if I
some
can come
time.
back to if I can just come back to this, and that is that, you know, while the lobster event is just literally a few weeks away, it just isn't it isn't feasible to pull it together given the number of volunteers. I mean, you know, we did have a successful beer and cider festival, and let's be honest, it's not as, you know, volunteer difficult to do the beer and cider festival because the merchants bring their own staff and man it, whereas the work that's involved in putting together the lobster event is very much volunteer driven, and there's a much more work involved. Really, there is.
Yeah.
So I think you know, given the turnout that we had, you know, at this past event, that would indicate to me that I think we need to back off, maybe do something in the fall, and this might fit in really well, actually, you know, to do that, and certainly bringing all the local community aspects to it. You know, Calvin, good suggestion on Not Ottawa. Those guys are great. You know, Jeff Davies, who lives down the road here on the Bata. You know, and Ted Pollock is over in the subdivision. I mean, they're just great guys. Ian Witten over here on the side road, right next to Perry Brock's. You know what I'm talking about? So the point is, those guys are all local guys. And then if we're going to do apples, you also got Kennedy's Orchard right here, which are amazingly generous business right here in our community that just do great things for the community every year in the apple season. So to me, it's a real natural that we could do that. And to be honest, if you did it as an afternoon thing, you could also tie in the minor baseball kids party that they do as well.
I was just
a
sitting
fun
here
event for them
thinking
too.
afternoon. Yeah,
So,
that's interesting. I think
So-
afternoon's interesting.
So anyway, I think you could do a full-on Nottawa Fest sort of event if we really wanted to pull it together. But I would caution, it's always based on the volunteer commitment and availability of members of this board or volunteers in the community to step up and help out.
absolutely, I have to agree. And
All right.
and I do think you need to have more volunteers lined up, because for the beer and cider festival, Adam and I were both set to go, and then we both got sick and were unable to attend just because of that kind of stuff. So I do think we need to have prepared for that aspect as well.
Some backup.
Yeah. Well, welcome, Councillor Deneen. Just about the time we're to adjourn the meeting.
I am so sorry.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
guys.
Life gets in the way.
Yes,
Life
it
gets in
does
the way.
indeed. Did you all get the message that the scrap metal bin
Yes.
is leaving today? Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry about that. But
Yeah.
they just called me and said it was time.
They need their
They
bin.
needed the bin. Yeah, they need
Right.
the bin.
They're
Yeah.
very
Grateful to-
generous people, Phyllis. So, I mean, I think that's wonderful that they did it as long as they did. And while you're on the line here, Phyllis, I haven't had a chance to tell the members of the board here, but I had the opportunity early this morning to bestow the Order of Nottawa on, once again, one of our volunteers, and provided a Clearview baseball hat to Kevin. So I wanted the board to know that.
Appreciate that. He thoroughly appreciated that. Yes, he did. And I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got waylaid here.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Life gets in the way. It's just the way it goes.
Yes.
It's all right,
And-
Phyllis. I nearly forgot. So
Yeah, and everybody got the message that the scrap metal bin is gone now.
Yeah.
They hit me and that was it.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we're grateful for everything they've done for us. So
Absolutely.
when
That's what I told them as
it's their
well.
bin, they can take it when they want and bring it back when they want, just so you know.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. And I'm so sorry.
No need. No
Nothing
need.
to apologize for.
Yeah.
Thank
So the
you.
next meeting, as I see, is June the 9th at
Just-
7. Oh, is there something else under new business that I missed?
I was just hoping maybe Councillor Deneen, do you have a small update on the Beer and Cider Fest?
We made little over $2,000 is what I remembered. Patrice and I both counted it together,
Okay.
and I think what was it, Patrice? About
23.
two.
about 2,300.
Really, I thought it was just 2,000 and a little over 22,000. Now, did we get a reconciliation, or maybe it'll come up on the next meeting for the bank statement?
Not that I've seen.
Yeah, so
No,
we have
it'll
a bank
probably come up.
statement.
I think it was $2,045 is what
Okay.
what sticks in my head anyway.
Subtract a few $100 for some costs, and we're
Yes,
around
we
$2,000 profit.
We had cleaning. We had
Yeah,
cleaning to
well,
do.
but
and-
there's other things too, like the license and all of that. So
Oh,
there are some
right,
costs.
yes.
yeah, and we budgeted for all that. So it sounds to me like we made around $2,000, and that's excellent. That's
Yep.
excellent.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I wish I
Good
was
to
there
know.
to drink some of that beer and cider, and especially the Georgian Magian. But
The Georgian Bay, the best one from the Georgian Bay from all of the feedback was the new tequila one.
Yes.
The prickly pear.
me,
The prickly pear was exceptional, apparently.
Mm.
There was another one too as well, but I can't remember what it was.
Well,
And the
I'd just like to
Creemore-
share that the one that I really was surprised at was from Reinhardt, the blackberry cider. That was terrific. Really good.
I heard
So,
that. Yes.
yes, very good.
That as well. The blackberry cider from Reinhardt's, and apparently the Saga beer is very close to like a Bud Light or something like that. And
Corona, but
not
yeah.
being a beer drinker, I can't, tell you one way or the other. But yeah, apparently
good.
it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, the fellow that came all the way from Gravenhurst to present at and pour at our meeting or at our event that was pretty cool.
Who was
That
he
was
with?
pretty cool. Georgian Bay Spirits.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he came all the way from Gravenhurst.
They have an office in Collingwood, so
Yes, he said they're on Raglan Street, but he actually lives in Gravenhurst and had the 2-hour drive down or whatever. Yeah, so that was really, really quite cool. Yep.
The
awesome.
Creemore guy was really good too, because a few people went home
Oh.
with a few beers.
He was, yes, they most certainly did, Patrice. He was very personable, very
Yeah.
personable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Creemore's
been at our
always good
festival
to us.
before. Yeah, and they're very good to us. Creemore Spring is
Yeah.
a very good partner in the community for sure.
Yeah, they've been good to us on a number of events, including past years
Have
on this
they?
one. And they always send somebody with a wonderful personality. Who,
Oh, he
like,
had a great
laugh.
personality. The girls loved him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We
on
should
that
tell
note,
Jason about the celebration. There was a what was it, 50-something wedding anniversary celebrated at the beer fest.
It was 60 actually, a
60?
60-year wedding anniversary, and a young couple from Nottawa brought his father and mother to this to the event just as soon as they were here.
Wow.
And I got wind of it, so I announced it, Jay, right on the microphone. It was awesome. I had everybody raise their glass.
Yeah.
Cheers to them. It was pretty fun.
Was wonderful.
Yeah, that again,
Yeah.
Doug, that was Kathy Daniels.
That's right.
Who was
Yes,
Kathy
yeah.
Morwood, my
Yes.
sister-in-law's sister,
Yes,
parents-in-law.
yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There it's exactly. I'd forgotten your name.
The
That's right. Yeah,
Daniels, yes, the
yeah,
Daniels.
yeah. That was really
And
nice. It was
Kathy-
great.
Kathy's attended this event more than once, just so you know.
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
I talk to her
yes,
every time. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I spoke with Gary and he said that him and Bob had a great time as well and would love to come back again. So
Yeah.
That's wonderful because they were great. They were
Yeah.
absolutely great.
yeah, we ask a lot of them in terms of like, it's always sort of you're the background. And for those guys who perform, they want to be the foreground. So it's a bit of a step back for them. So it's a little bit challenging. But they always seem to nail it for us. And that's amazing. So,
They definitely did. Yes, they
Hmm.
definitely did.
okay.
Okay, so the next meeting, I'll probably have an amount from the scrap metal drive,
Sweet.
but of course, it's just too soon for that.
Of
So
course.
I will let you guys know as soon as
Sweet.
I can. Okay,
Awesome. Next meeting is June the 9th, 2022 at 7:30 PM. Mark your calendars. I think we need a motion to adjourn.
One more thing before we adjourn, sorry, really quick. We do have the debt with town council from the previous renovation still that we put on hold paying pre-COVID, that I think maybe we should look at maybe giving some money back to that.
Well, let's put that on the agenda for the next
That's
meeting.
what I meant. Yeah, agenda for next meeting. Just wanted
Yeah.
it out there to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
A motion to adjourn.
I will put forward a
Alan?
motion to adjourn.
Seconded by Counselor Deneen. All in favor?